Chubstep.
Jrad. Cacao.
Creating the oil of judgment.
Steed.
Chubstep.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the king of the jungle.
Woo! The electric in the air! Yeah!
This is my own brand. Tres comas. You know what that means in Spanish?
3 commas?
Nope. 3 commas.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
And the show has started.
Hey guys, welcome back to another week at Chubstep.
Part 2. This is part 2 of
This
the
is a part
previous
2.
week. We've got a lot of stuff. I don't know how I'm going to arrange this, but just look in the show description. I'm going to be.
It's either going to be. It's either going to be an interview with Kuj Magic, great interview, or you heard that last week.
Yeah.
And if you want to hear it again, just go back and listen to it.
Previous week,
and then come back and listen to this.
If not, this is the episode that has the interview. Yeah, we're not sure I'm going to split this up. We just recorded for a long time, and we're going to split this up into 2 episodes. But either way, Kuj Magic's great. So just watch it again. Either way.
Yep.
Watch it twice.
Recording live from somewhere.
There we go. All right. Well, first of all, we're welcomed by Brian Kuj Magic. Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I think
you're on a little over a year ago.
I was going to say, I think it's been about a year.
Yeah. We're excited to have you. It's been a while. So I wanted to talk about last time you were on the show. You were trying to work on levitating.
Man.
Have you succeeded in that goal?
Myself, no. But some props are in progress.
Okay.
Working on something. It's a levitating table.
Ooh.
Actually, matter of fact, there's a clip of it on my YouTube channel. So if anyone's listening, YouTube at Kuj Magic, there's a little clip of levitating table. So the goal has been succeeded.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Got it. So that would be more of one you would do on a stage type of thing versus you can't really do that up close.
Yeah, that would be not so much for the weddings and such. So more on stage, but also working on the next level is the close up levitating.
Okay.
With maybe a dollar bill. So still in progress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So what else has been going on since last time we talked? Any other new tricks you've learned about? Any kind of new exciting shows, things like that?
Yeah, there's been a lot of really awesome growth. So I've been actually not doing a whole ton of weddings lately, but actually turning more towards the corporate clients and doing holiday Christmas parties. Or, for example, next month, there is a summer company picnic. So that's been a lot of the recent shows, and it's been a ton of fun.
I just watched the levitating table on YouTube. It's pretty wild.
Oh,
hey, thank you. There it is.
It's pretty crazy looking.
Yeah, it's cool. Since we're talking about that trick, I had to order that from Germany.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think I ordered it around Halloween, and that particular trick was custom built by this guy in Germany who builds these custom levitation tables.
It's such a niche thing.
Yeah, it's so niche, and I had to ship it, and that kind of took forever. But you saw it. Glad you enjoy it. So
yeah. Oh no,
cool.
It's a pretty cool.
Thank you.
Pretty cool looking thing.
Yeah.
Check it out if you want to see a table float. And
there it is.
And be confused.
That's it. That's the goal.
Brian, is it also true that you made COVID disappear since last time we talked?
It sure is, actually. That's probably been That's probably been the highlight of my career.
That's your greatest trick to date.
Absolutely. And I think that's going to start going in my promo materials too.
Yeah.
Love it.
So I wanted to ask if there's like a ultimate trick that, I don't know if you have one or like in the community there's one. I know like disappearing an elephant. Yeah. That was cool.
Right.
What is there like something that people are trying to do like in the community that would be like, you know, some crazy thing or something that you're working on as like or like not even working on now, but eventually would like to do is just like some big like bang,
A grand type of thing.
yeah.
I like it. That's a really good question. I'd say I'm fairly connected with the Milwaukee Magic community, if you will. There's probably about a dozen guys doing what I'm doing. I've reached out to a number of them and we've talked about magic. So the big trick, I think it still continues to come down to something levitating or making money appear, right? Like when you think of, you know, we'll say real magic, like, well, make this thing float or pull money out of thin air, right? That's what everyone wants. So I think I'd say that's what we're working towards, something like that. Yeah.
That's a tough one though, because that money has got to come from somewhere,
right?
And the people might want to keep
Yes.
Right. Or I've seen things where if changing bills, so starting with say a single and then it changes into a 20 or 100, something like that.
Yeah.
Then that's more in the close-up realm. You were asking about like a big, if we were talking stage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you mentioned you saw David Copperfield, right? I have a Corvette appear out of nowhere.
Yeah. That was wild. That was in Vegas. The other part of it is, man, with social media today, it's hard to impress people doing anything. Social media it can be a double-edged sword for magic, right? Because on one hand, you have this massive worldwide audience, and on the other hand, they click the next video and it's whatever you just did revealed.
Oh no!
And you're like, well, crap.
It's tough.
So to that end, I really try to think about that and like, what can I present that's really unique, really different.
Yeah.
So that's been a fun challenge.
Yeah, it's got to be tough to make, like, if you really want to be unique, you kind of have to make up your own tricks.
Yeah.
At least to a point, or like some point. Even if you're like putting your own flair on it so it looks a little bit different. You can throw people off. Right. No,
100%. 100%.
Yeah. Or you're talking about getting a table from Germany, because who else has that ability, right?
Yeah. That too.
You gotta go to those lengths.
I will say, as I've kind of progressed even over this last year, anyone who gets into magic, you start with, if you're lucky enough to have a magic shop in your town. We happen to have two in the Milwaukee area. There's one in Pewaukee and there's one in Waukesha. So you usually start there, and then you start going online to these online magic sites. There's literally magictricks.com. Mm-hmm. But if you're doing it professionally, like I'm doing, you learn pretty quickly that you need to find these super niche dealers, like a guy in Germany who makes floating tables.
Yeah.
So that's the realm I'm in right now.
Nice. Do you tell your wife how tricks are done?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I should say with a caveat, if she asks. So she always gets to see it first, and she'll try to figure it out. Or sometimes she won't want to know, but if she does want to know, She can. She's the
Okay.
she's the
Okay.
assistant.
She's in the circle of trust.
She's in.
Okay, she's
She
in
is
the
in the
circle
circle. And
Okay.
and I we had a conversation before you got married. I said, hey, I do magic, and I might need you to go into a box, and I put some swords in it or something. So I just want to be upfront. Are you okay with that possible scenario?
Yeah.
Please
Great.
sign a waiver here.
Please sign waiver. And now here's your ring. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was so a similar conversation went down. Yeah.
Nice. Would you look down at somebody that's maybe doing those YouTube videos that are revealing? Like, to me, it'd be a little tough if, like, like you're saying, you're putting stuff out there in the next one, this is how it's done. And some people I understand like that. I don't really get that. I would like, if I figure it out on my own, that's one thing, but it feels a little weird to just be like, hey, what is this? What are your kind of thoughts on the reveal videos and things like that?
I would say, yeah, I do kind of look down on it. I think, sadly, that the reveal videos are almost more desirable than the effect videos, right? Yeah. People just want to know. People want to know things. They want answers, and we're in a age of immediate answers. So, and I think it gets more likes, gets more followers, whatever. It seems like some of that content as well is maybe for people who maybe aren't the greatest performers.
Yeah.
So then they turn to reveal videos because you usually can't see their face and it's just their hands. And
yeah.
So I think that's just that world. And that's my thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of get like, if it were to be like there was a training video series or something and it's teaching you like at least the basics, but I feel like it shouldn't go any further than like the basics of how to do like certain moves or certain sleight of hand techniques. And then ideally, I guess it would probably have to be like taught word of mouth or like face to face.
Yeah.
That's, but I don't know. YouTube.
So I can tell you within the global magic community, you go to a magic website, a dealer, you buy a trick. How it is today is often, whether it's online and you get it shipped or in a magic store, all you'll get is a link and a password. So, but that's if you purchase it, and then there's the online. All right, here's how it is. Here's how to manipulate it and everything. And obviously that's legit, right? You paid literally money to the creator, and then so they get their cut, and then a lot of magic is just paying for the secret. So with these reveal videos, right, supporting artists, because magic is art, it's theater, you're taking away that revenue for the creator of it. So if we get deep on that end, there's that issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What sort of other trends are you seeing kind of in the magic world? Any, like you said, you see a lot of stuff because of social media. What are there any sort of new types of tricks or trends like that you're seeing?
I think a lot of people are trying to get into the smartphone game. Tricks with a smartphone. I've only just briefly started to dabble in it, or so it could be making it vanish or making it levitate, or there's a lot of prediction tricks with an iPhone, like go to this website or look up this word and then try to predict what it is. And I kind of like that. I think it's a modern take. I get very tired of pick a card. It's so overdone. Matter of fact, I'm even trying to steer away from cards a little bit, just because it's such a, I think, overused tool in magic, and there's lots of other cool things out there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I never thought of the smartphone.
Doing
anything with it, But yeah,
Yeah.
you can probably do some weird stuff.
I've seen the ones where like the guy will get like somebody grab his phone, he does like the calculator, he'll have somebody type in a bunch of numbers, and then somebody else types in a bunch of numbers.
Yes.
And then at the end, whatever that number equals, he'll have it like already written out on a piece of paper that was like behind the stage the whole time or whatever. I've
Yes.
seen that kind of stuff, which is cool. That's yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen some of the cool like when somebody does something into a screen and then it like extends, like kind of the screen is part of the world.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not on a phone, but like on TVs and stuff or computers. Or
Yeah. I like that extension of reality.
Yeah.
Or I've seen some stuff where if there's an image, a picture of, let's say, even a card on the phone,
Mhm.
and then the act of almost going into the screen and pulling out a real card,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
look at the phone and it's gone.
Blank now. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So that
Cool.
that realm, and I think that's cool. That's kind of mixing the online and the reality.
Yeah.
So I think that's where some trends are going.
Do you think it would be a good PR move for you to have the like this all the smoke in the sky and say that's claim that's some sort of part of your trick? Like you need it for some part of the illusion. You've made the sky disappear at this point. Or would that be bad? I mean, maybe
I
some
think-
people get upset by that.
I don't think that'd be the worst move. I mean, you've now given me two marketing
There we
ideas.
go. That's right.
COVID and the sky, and
Yeah.
oh, sorry guys, it's me again.
Yeah.
Just practicing. No, I love it. Yeah,
Good. Okay.
I like it. I like it.
Steed, are you still ready to do this?
Yeah, I can do one. I can
Okay,
do
all
one.
right,
I'm
so
not doing
Brian-
his though. I'm going to do my signature.
Yeah. So, Kuj, we're gonna have Steed do a trick for you, and then you were gonna rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. You need to
I'm
be honest.
I'm excited.
You need to be honest with his ability.
I can't wait.
All right.
Okay, 'cause Paul.
I might have to stand up, so I'm going to button my shirt just for a little bit of modesty.
Sounds good.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, I try and keep an island vibe on here.
solid.
All right, so this is usually performed after I've had like 10 drinks and everybody else has had about 10 drinks.
Yeah.
So
Got it.
It's that's the only people it's ever really been tested on.
Okay.
But I think it'll work.
I like it.
Oh.
This is like our own Fool Us.
Yeah. Now you probably will know how it's done. We just need a rating on.
Got
the
it.
skill level.
Yeah, but and no reveal.
No reveal. Got it.
Because this is my one thing. I can't be learning a new one.
Gotcha.
I have been working on a similar one to the one you did where a card comes up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
Nice.
I'm not that good. I did it for Jared and he got pissed off. Okay. Also, these cards politically charged.
Got
Donald
it.
Trump cards, but I bought them for $3 at 7-Eleven because I thought they were ridiculous. I'm just putting that waiver out there for the YouTube viewers.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay, fair.
All right, it's also going to be tough for you to pick a card. I'll close
If
my
you-
eyes.
Yeah,
I'll
sounds
close my
good. You
eyes.
just
Because
kinda
if I hold
flash
it
'em.
like this, you're just going to see. But I gotta,
Yeah, you can. Yep. I think if
I'll
you do
point
that,
at one. I'll point at
Perfect.
one. All right.
perfect.
And then I'm going to look away and close my eyes.
Got it.
All right, here we go.
We'll trust you, Steve. We'll trust that you're actually doing it.
Can you see me?
You know the
Can you
problem is your
hold-
virtual background is a little.
Just a little
Oh,
higher, right
hang
there.
on.
there we go. There we go.
I can turn the background off. Oh, I saw
There
the
we go. Yeah,
cards.
just go. You
That's
have a
good.
joker in
That's
there, too. Okay.
That's all right.
Okay. This is so far not great, but let's.
No, well, normally it's easy.
Okay, stop. Here, maybe kind of
Here?
pull one so he's
Okay,
Don't-
like
don't
I
look-
could do this.
okay.
one,
Yeah, that one right there. Yep.
this one.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So now I'm
All right.
taking your card,
Yep.
and then all right, I've got your card, and then
Yep.
I'm not looking right.
Not at
The
all.
cards are now behind my back.
Yep.
I'm
Okay, this
only
is the
looking
behind the back.
at.
You talked about this last time, Steve. Okay.
Oh, I did. Yeah. Now I'm
Yeah.
performing it. I'm only
All right.
looking at
Okay.
the
Like,
computer. Okay.
Very
I'm
wide
doing
eyed.
magic.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then I go like this. I go, is this your card?
Nope.
No.
This isn't your card?
No.
And then I go like this. Only looking at this.
Okay.
Yep. Without a doubt.
Okay, and now I have the deck, right?
You got it.
Now I usually give the deck to the person, and I say,
Uh-huh.
do whatever you want with this.
Oh, okay.
I give it to him, and then so I guess
Yeah.
the
just
only thing
shuffle it
you
up a
can't
bunch.
do is take your card out. Yeah, what would you like me to do with the deck?
Let's give it 2 cuts.
Okay,
So
I'm just gonna go like here,
yep, and then complete it.
this side,
Yep,
complete,
and then
I'm
one more
shimmying,
shimmy, and then
shimmying,
one more similar.
like here or here.
Yeah,
Or here.
like solid half.
Like
Yeah, right there. Yep,
All right, I am putting it onto the other side.
beautiful.
So now we're in here. I'm
Yep.
even gonna do some extra. I'll even shuffle it. I
Wow.
don't care. Well, all right. You got to trust me that I just shuffled it.
Yeah.
Trust
I
me.
just shuffled it.
Okay.
I'll even cut it again.
Oh
No,
man,
Okay.
You want more cuts?
Well,
I am satisfied with the cuts.
yeah.
All right,
Steve, if
okay,
you do
so-
too many, then we're thinking you're doing something extra.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
anything. Well, maybe
Okay.
some feedback. So I got an 8 here. I'm putting it on the bottom. I just even
Okay.
cut it again. All right. So now this is when I channel psychic energy,
Oh,
and I look over the cards, and then I channel your energy, right?
yeah.
And he's looking at the cards right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
didn't see what it
So-
was at the beginning. Okay.
Now I have the deck of cards. I've channeled the psychic energy. And then at this point, I do my big reveal here. So just get ready for this.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So then I gotta channel it. Okay. All right. I've now channeled my psychic energy, and I'm seeing guys who you're wearing a blazer.
Yes.
Okay. And headphones.
Yes.
Good looking guys wearing blazers with music. Justin Timberlake. Okay?
Close.
Well, we're going with Justin Timberlake.
All right.
Justin Timberlake was in a band,
Yes.
and that band was
NSYNC.
NSYNC. How many
Mhm.
members of NSYNC were there?
I think 5.
Oh no! Oh, let's see if it works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this your car?
Nice.
It is.
Nice.
That's good. That's good.
Thank you. Yes,
All right.
I'm psychic.
Now to the judges.
Yeah.
If I get I got it. No, I got a note card here.
Okay, there we go.
Nice.
I don't know if this will show up reverse. And
Yeah.
Nice.
is that reverse? I don't know.
Well,
It looks like a 6.
It looks
Yeah.
like
Okay.
a 6.
It's
Otherwise,
okay,
if
great.
it was reversed, if it's upside down, you mean a 9? I'll take a 9.
To me, I think it's because my video.
Oh, your
doesn't
video's
mirror-
flipped. Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
it is a
It looks
6,
right here.
6 out of 10 for Steed.
Yeah.
yeah.
I just- Nailed it.
Nice.
Thank you.
I like it.
Do you know how it's done?
I have some ideas, but
I can sell
can't-
it to you after the show.
sounds good. Sounds good. You'll send me your tutorial link.
I'll just
Password.
tell you. Once we're done, I'll tell you. It'll
Password.
take 2 seconds.
Password protected.
Yeah, there we go. All right, perfect. Well, thank you for sitting through that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sorry. I'm really sorry.
Solid 6. It's good. Like you said, a 10 drinks in is
Yeah,
Yeah, it really confuses people.
there you go.
I mean, there were a lot of visible cuts in there. And
I actually do shuffle it. Yeah.
yeah. So that got me thinking.
And normally
like
I
it.
give it to the person, so then they are the one actually doing it, and they
Okay.
look over the deck. They make sure their cards in it as
Yeah.
they cut. It's tricky. It's fun.
I like it.
Good.
Well
Thanks.
done. Thanks for sharing.
Thanks for the 6.
You got it.
Brian, do you have a certain group that you think gives the best reactions? Like there's certain industries or certain groups of people, age ranges, things like that seem to give the best reactions?
Yes, I think that's a great question. I think millennials and whatever generations before millennials. Boy, that's a good question right there.
Gen X?
Gen Y? No, I have no idea. I don't know the generation.
We need to look this up.
Some of the generation names are sad. I remember that. There's like the lost generation and stuff.
Yeah.
But, I think it's oh, here we go. I got the list of them. Okay. I'll just go through the things right now. So lost generation to the greatest generation, the silent generation.
Oh man.
Then the baby boomers. Gen X is the one before millennials.
Okay, so you're right. Gen X.
Gen X. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't boomers.
Yeah.
So I'd say those generations tend to give, if we're talking age range, industries. So I'm trying to think about in the last year, I had a corporate show for an architecture company, and they just absolutely loved it, lost their minds. And then I don't even know what label to put on that. Or and then
engineer types, or I guess.
Yeah. Kind of engineer. I'd say if you're kind of working with technology a lot, and then this is a great, like you're getting off the screen, right? And just getting a break from that. Another group that was a ton of fun was for a bunch of lawyers. It was a small law firm in Milwaukee. So I don't know what you put on. Engineers. Those type of jobs have been a ton of fun. And then weddings, like Jared's wedding. If anyone's listening, we got connected. I performed at Jared's wedding. That was a year ago, right? Last year,
end of April last year.
Yeah. And I love doing weddings too. It's just right. It's a classy event. People are dressed up and excited and drinking. So weddings are a ton.
Very confused.
Yes. Yeah. Weddings are a ton of fun.
That's what I love the most about like magicians. I just am so confused. Like, what the hell is going on here?
Yep.
Because I like can't be, especially if after a few drinks, because then my brain doesn't work good, and I'm like, I don't know. I just don't. There's no way. He's magic. He's
it's impossible.
Like, real magic. If you ever perform in front of kids and they ask you if like you're a real magician, what do you say?
I say something like, "Yes, I am. I was trained by Dumbledore himself at the wizarding at Hogwarts School." I actually have a little pin nearby. Yes. I wear this pin. I don't know if you can see it on screen.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Muggle Magic.
Muggle Magic. Nice. Nice.
And I usually have it here, awesome. and I say something like, "Yep, actually, this pin certifies me to show you Muggles this magic."
That's pretty good.
Perfect. So I'll say that. But what I get more from kids is before I even begin a trick. I've seen this.
Oh my gosh! Where'd you see it, buddy?
Okay, kid, on your whatever TikTok or wherever, and like. Haven't even started the trick. Oh, I've seen this, or I know how it's done. Believe it or not, kids are most of the time harder to fool than adults.
Really,
I believe that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, what else is a kid gonna Google? They're gonna Google stuff that's cool and interesting,
right?
Do they actually know it ahead of time, or are they actually figuring it out on the spot? I guess that's the question.
I don't think they're figuring out. I think they have seen such a limited collection of magic or maybe poorly done magic online. And they think they know what's coming. But actually I think it was an article I read or something. There's some psychology behind it the reason why magic is mind blowing to adults is because we have a perceived reality of things, right?
Mhm.
A card cannot physically go from one hand to the next, or we know reality of things cannot appear and disappear. And kids just have not been in the world as long to put some of those realities together and those connections. So really, I'm exploiting psychology and how adults perceive things when doing magic. Kids they just don't have those perceptions. So I have nothing to bend, no reality to bend. So it's unique. And for that, I actually don't do many kids performances.
Yeah. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. They're living in a world. There's a lot of, you might have, friends that you make up, or you might have, it's a lot of imagination type of thing. So
right.
the magic is a, extension of that to a certain
extent.
So
yeah. Magic, it is a part of their reality. Exactly. Yeah. Imagining friends and when they play and envisioning the floor is lava, like that, for example. So that's an interesting little psychology piece of magic, I got one something prepared for you today.
Oh,
if you
perfect.
want
yes. We would love
and
that.
then
yes.
Now
I didn't want to
Steve,
force you. I didn't want to force, I didn't want to pressure you into doing a trick.
No, I appreciate it. No, I was along the lines of Steed's gonna rate me now. Now you're in Penn and Teller's seat.
Yeah.
So along the lines of using objects that are a little out of the ordinary, I have a Rubik's Cube.
All right.
Nice.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Seems standard.
Seems standard. Truly is. I'll show you all sides, right? Rubik's Cube. I'm going to set it down for a minute because the next one to show you. Paper bag. Yeah.
Standard paper bag. Empty.
Standard paper bag. There it is. Oh, that's better for the. I know I got the blur.
Oh, it's okay. I saw the inside. The inside's clear.
Bag. It's an empty paper bag. Yeah.
Truly it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Truly paper bag. So, get my cube here. This is, and I'm going to try to, if you see that way. Yeah, that's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
This is the vanishing Rubik's Cube. Okay.
Vanishing.
So, goes into the bag.
All right. Okay.
And it's gone. Not impressed.
No, I mean,
where
oh my god.
Okay.
Actually, it's not the experience.
So now it's completed. So
now it's complete.
People that are not everybody's gonna be able to see this. So Kuj put this into the paper bag. He held it upside down. It didn't fall out when he
I just figured out you were probably holding it.
Yeah, I mean, I
was.
And then I'm like, okay, all right. I just clicked. I got it, and then you dropped it, and it solved.
And it's solved. So yeah, when he had the Rubik's Cube before, it was completely mixed up, and then he drops it down, and it's solved.
And I mean, it's seriously a real cube.
Oh, that's a real Rubik's Cube. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. So
I can't even do a Rubik's Cube when it's right in front of me, let alone when it's in a bag.
In a paper bag, and your hands aren't moving.
Yep. Yeah, his hands were not moving. So very impressive.
Thank you.
Impressive. Yeah.
So that's one. Oh, so all right, Steed. I need a rating.
I'm gonna give that a solid 9.
Oh, all right. I'll take it. I'll take it.
I like that a lot because you're right.
I thought it was actually vanished.
At first, he's doing a trick that it's like, okay, yeah. I mean, I guess I know how he's doing. He's just holding it. He's holding it, at the top. But then when it drops down,
you figured that out faster than I did.
Yeah. The actual trick is that it comes down and it's solved. It's, very cool.
Little misdirection, double redirect.
That's it. That's all.
Doing the Rubik's Cube prior to that? Have you always been doing Rubik's Cube, or is that more something you learned for doing the trick?
This the second option. Okay. So this is seriously, it's a real cube. Yes. It is not a fake cube by any means. And over the last 5-6 months, I have been literally just studying, solving Rubik's cubes. And then nobody, I say nobody, I'd say few. It's not very magical when, you just sit here and watch me, solve it like
Do the Rubik's cube. Yeah.
So I don't know. I thought the bag is something kind of different and people don't expect it. And, I've done this at some recent events where I'm walking around and I'll just have it in my pocket. And I don't have the bag, so I'll just sometimes go behind the back and in that same amount of time, pull it out. So, I mean, one-handed. So is it magic? Maybe. Is it something just curious? Yes. And that's part of what magic is. So
very cool.
Man, I want to Google it so bad, but I'm not gonna.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm just gonna wake up at 3 a.m. like I came out solved.
Damn cube. So yeah, that's some of the new stuff that I've been getting into. A lot of fun.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, thank you very much, Brian. So
thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Really appreciate it. Where can people find you? You mentioned YouTube, Kuj Magic on YouTube, and then TikTok you're on as well, right?
So I was recently got off TikTok. Felt like it's a little too old for it.
I hear that.
So we're gonna let Gen Z have TikTok. That's fine. But the trick I just did, I just recently put something on Instagram. So at Kuj Magic, Kuj Magic, you can check that out. So pretty much Instagram and YouTube. I'm going to start throwing up a lot of shorts and reels of just quick, hard hitting magic, and people can check that out. I don't do a ton of public events, just the nature of what I do. It's private events, weddings, corporate and such. But you can check it out online. Love some stuff I'm doing.
I just subscribed to the YouTube channel.
Hey, appreciate it.
So now I can get confused more.
You got it. So I think you're number 25 or so. So we'll keep that growing.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys having me on. It's always a ton of fun chatting with you.
Good time. And if you stick around for 2 minutes, I'll show you the card trick.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
How do they book you if they're in the kind of Wisconsin area?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. So they can book directly on my website, kujmagic.com. And my tagline is, I provide an interactive experience to keep guests entertained at weddings and corporate events. So if that applies to you in Wisconsin, specifically Southeastern Wisconsin, would love to chat.
Perfect. All right. Thank you very much, Brian.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
As always.
Hi, this is Billy Bob Thornton. Welcome to my official website. And as Sage says, what's up?
All right, Steve, I wanted to talk about, I got targeted with this, I think on Snapchat or something like that. But it kind of reminded me of that. I talked a while ago of that tickling documentary. Do you remember when I talked about that? Tickled?
Yeah. I didn't watch it because I was scared.
Yeah, people were disturbed. I recommended that documentary to people a while ago, and they were very disturbed. Some people loved it, or some people were really disturbed by it. So you could kind of go either way.
No, there's no in between.
There's no in between. But I loved it. But some people, when I recommended, they said, I'm never listening to another one of your recommendations. It was about an underground tickling ring where people are getting paid to tickle each other, but it was very clear not sexual.
And there was probably some shrimping going on.
There was probably shrimping going on. There's probably a lot of stuff going on
under the table.
I found this thing where it's similar, but it seems a little more out in the open, more public, and maybe more acceptable. And I'll get your thoughts on this. But it's called Cuddlist.com. It's professional cuddle therapy, Steve.
That's not a real therapy. I hate to say that.
Well, so there's two different types of people here. So we just,
I'm getting on Cuddlist.com.
Cuddlist.com. So
I'm going to get it. I don't want to Google this, but I'm doing it.
I'm on here. So I'll walk you through a little bit what Cuddlist is. So,
and I'm on a watch list.
There you are. Okay, so there's two different types of cuddlists you can pay for. So there are certified cuddlists and trained cuddlists. And now here's the difference between a trained cuddlists have satisfactorily completed our online training course. Consent, including consent training award, has attended at least one cuddle party, a consent and communication workshop, and then there's consent training expert. Cuddlist is a certified facilitator for a cuddle party, a consent and communication workshop. So it almost seems like the difference between a trained one and a certified one is that one, they've done it before, they've done cuddling before, and also the amount of money you pay seems to give you certain advantages in this in the cuddling world. Maybe I'm speaking poorly of it, but
Cuddle list. Oh, I meant www.9.cuddlelist.com.
I don't know what that probably is not a good website.
I don't know. It wanted me to,
but
I'm getting viruses.
Okay, so Steve, here's the point. You can be cuddlist, become a cuddlist. You can find a cuddlist in your state, in your country, in your city, that sort of thing. So they have a series of code of conduct rules, right? There's certain things you have to do. And now this is actually only number 6 on the list, but this is strictly a platonic service, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be at least wearing a tank top and shorts that cover the top half of the thigh and are suitably worn in public. So you have to wear like what you could wear on an airplane.
Minimum tank top.
Yeah, minimum of a tank top and shorts.
By both the client and practitioner.
Yes. No hand to genital or breast contact. No intentional genital stimulation of any kind. No exchange of saliva or any other body fluids in any way. So they're basically trying to tell you you're paying for this person. This is not a sexual act.
It's cuddling. It's just cuddling.
It's just cuddling. And it's
could I get around that? Let me think.
Yeah. So you can, maybe we'll get lawyer Ace to see if he could find some workarounds. I'll send him this after this and see what he could do. So basically the big thing is that's supposed to be a comfortable scenario. The video I was watching was this girl who was actually married. Her and her husband were in separate, like he worked somewhere else. So they were separated a lot throughout the week.
Oh,
and she would hire this male cuddler to come cuddle with her for a while. And then he'd just leave, and you're allowed to talk, everybody has to be of legal age. You have to basically give full consent and everybody has to be comfortable, right? That's kind of their big rules, and then nothing sexual and be respectful, that sort of thing. But it was a very interesting world. I kind of get it to the sense that people have those like weighted blankets. Some people need that sort of human touch, right? When everybody's not dating somebody, this could be a, supplemental thing. It just, to me, it's a fine line. I don't know how. Maybe I got to talk to one of these cuddlists.
Maybe we pay him for a cuddle session, but really we just have him on the podcast.
There's plenty of people in Chicago, Naperville.
I'm looking at the find a cuddlist section.
Yeah.
Mamma mia.
Steve, nothing sexual. It's very clear about that.
Nothing sexual. Cisco wants you to feel like you're not alone. Like you got this. Like whatever problems you're currently going through seem like the smallest leaf on a tall sequoia tree.
Oh, I like it. So I don't want to, I don't want to, I think it's actually, it's interesting because it's like, I could see this really helping people. And at the same time, I could see this being like going too far if it's not in the right scenario. So anyway, it's just a very interesting part of the internet that I found. And I was like, what is this? So
I am almost more confused than the Rubik's Cube trick. This is pretty wild. That, man, there's got to be some stuff. There's got to be some extra services
because of the implication.
I think maybe what to do is talk.
Or you're just putting yourself in danger to get murdered by somebody that needs to pay somebody.
I'm curious
for
about the safety of this. So I'm gonna find maybe we'll pay this fee. They have like an hour long, $200 an hour. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean,
all right, we'll have to see what we can afford here. But maybe we'll get somebody who we can get as a certain depending on the price. They do have virtual prices. So we've got some of these people that are, have a virtual prices.
Oh my God.
What's that?
Yeah. I'm looking at Chrissy J's package starting at $125 an hour.
I see plenty of these
cathartic
at
cuddling section.
$200 an hour.
Shut up.
So they have, again, they have males, females, and they'll do travel to a certain extent, you know. But anyway,
Why don't they
concessions,
just why don't they just legalize prostitution? One of her cuddling benefits includes Gangnam Style. What does that mean?
Well, you were in Korea for a long time, Steve.
I don't know. I don't remember ever doing. Whoa,
you didn't do
overnight.
Gangnam Style. You didn't do
Overnight
Gangnam.
sleep. She'll stay overnight.
Yeah, but just
I
keep
would
it
be
platonic.
shaking that somebody's gonna freaking choke me out.
I hope that there's a lot of safety things with that. Anyway, I'm glad you see the interest that I found in this. But Steve, maybe you got to apply to be a cuddlist, and then maybe that's the ultimate.
So I can get
undercover
murdered.
story.
Are you trying to get me off Chubstep? Because I will be getting murdered. I'll be like, hey, ready to cuddle for $300? Meet you in a van in a dark alley? No problem. And then
fair enough.
Steed's body found in the Lake Michigan, like all the other guys.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, there we go. I want to talk about cuddlists. There we go. I think we answered that question. People. We'll wrap up the show there. Thanks, Kuj Magic, for coming on. Kuj is great. New episodes every Thursday. Share the episode with a friend. If you need somebody to cuddle, look at cuddlist.com. Steed may be on there soon.
I mean, if I'm making Chrissy J money,
that's what I say. You might be making Chrissy J money.
$800 a night for sleeping with a weirdo. Deal.
Or David M money, $80 an hour if you sleep overnight.
That's
make some
low.
good cash.
That's low.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying you can't start off at Chrissy J money.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe once you take maybe once you take a little more of your creatine and you're in your full jackpot, then you can start.
Oh yeah, I don't think they want to cuddle with the full jackpot though.
I think it would depend, right? Actually, people email the show. I actually am curious. Would it be better to cuddle with somebody who's a little bigger, or would you want somebody that's more jacked? You know, like this guy is going to protect me, or would you want somebody that's more small?
Yeah,
depends on what you want. Do you want little
what
spoon,
position?
Big spoon? Yeah,
because
I'm
a little spoon guy. Mainly because most of my heat leaves through the front of my body.
Okay, yeah. So you need that heat to dissipate. You need it to.
Yeah, I need it to get out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, there we go. New episodes every Thursday. The show has ended. Be gone.
Now you know you got to go.
Peace. This is Yasin.